Hey everyone, my name is Alicia and welcome to my channel. In this channel, I want to cover pretty much anything figure skating related. I want to do a lot of pretty much updates and tips and tricks and exercises and things like that for figure skaters. I feel like the figure skating community here on YouTube is very, very small, so I do want to expand on that. So this video is just going to be an introduction video. I want to introduce myself, give you guys my background story, and then we will go from there. So if you are interested in watching this video, please continue watching. So my name is Alicia, or Ali for short. I am 24 years old, and I live on Long Island in New York. To give you a quick backstory of how I even started figure skating, at the age of about 5 years old, my father, who was a hockey player, took me out on the ice for the first time ever. It was at a local rink called Sports Plus, which, if you guys don't know, it ended up closing years later. But my father pretty much picked me up and put me in the middle of the ice rink. Like, you know where the circle is, it says the name. I don't know, it's like where they drop the puck at a hockey game, whatever. So he placed me there and told me to skate. I had never skated before in my life, so I was horrified. I kept moving my little skate and I'd fall over, and then I'd get back up and then fall over, and I was screaming at the top of my lungs. I was not happy at all. So after a few minutes went by and me crying hysterically, my father finally comes over and skates over to me, and he, he was laughing, so I was not happy. And he pretty much said, that was your first lesson. I want you to know that when it comes to skating, you're going to fall a lot and you have to learn to just get back up and try again. So, after he said that, I was still very, very pissed off at him because I did not ask for this. So he did grab me by my armpits, like one of these things, and put me like in between his legs, and he skated around super, super fast. And I just remember having the time of my life. I was laughing, and I remember the cold air hitting my face, and I was just like, this is so fun, but obviously when it got down to the nitty gritty, it was not fun because learning how to skate was a disaster. But eventually I did learn how to just skate, and my father then put me into private lessons with a wonderful lady named Jen. She was my first coach, and I think she wasn't my only coach, but she was my only private lesson coach that I used. So I did learn quite a few things from her, and I did compete in 3 competitions, and I also did about 5 shows. Every year my rink had a holiday show, and I participated in it, like I said, 5 times. I also did group lessons as well, so a couple of my shows were with my group. And then about maybe 7 or 8 years later, my home rink, Sports Plus, actually closed down. And at that point in time, it was going to be about a 30-minute drive to the next rink, which obviously doesn't sound too bad, because I know that a lot of other people have to drive about an hour or 2 to their home rinks. So yeah, it's really not as bad as I make it sound. But at that point in time, my dad really didn't want to drive me to the rink if I wasn't really serious about it. And at that point in my life, I was not serious about it. I was at that age where I just hated to wake up early. I liked being able to sleep in. I liked being able to go out with my friends on Sunday if I wanted to. And it was really hard for me to even stay focused. And now as an adult, I regret it because I really wish that I continued and I kept practicing, but that's life. Fast forward to now, I am a 24-year-old adult figure skater. I want to say that I don't even consider myself a figure skater at this point. I am very, very rusty. The only skating that I did in between that time was I would skate once a year for my birthday. I made that like my thing. I made sure that every year I went skating at least once. But really it was just skating around the rinks a couple of times until, you know, my legs got tired, and then I would get off and that was the end of it. But now I signed up for group lessons, and I started my first group lesson the first week in January of 2020, which is pretty cool because now I know, like, I'm not going to forget I started January 2020. But doing this class has made me realize that I am so beginner level, it's insane. I am petrified of the ice now as an adult, which is really sad because I remember being scared as a child of the ice, and then I grew out of that fear, and I had no fear at all. I would skate my butt off, I would fall, I would get back up, and I was just perfectly fine with it. But now as an adult, I'm kind of like, if I fall and break my wrist, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble because I work as a hairdresser, so I can't be damaged for the next day of work, if you know what I'm saying. So it is hard now to see myself be at a beginner level when I know I wasn't at a beginner level. But I'm not going to discourage myself, and I want to kind of make that a point that you should never be discouraged because just because the person next to you is so much better than you, it doesn't mean that you won't be there one day. You know, you don't know how long that person has practiced or how many years they've been doing it. So I am kind of letting go of those thoughts, and I'm just working on myself. I'm going to work on how I skate, how I do it, you know, and I don't want to be discouraged at all. And, you know, I followed the account Adult Skate 2 on Instagram. They were a big reason why I even got back into figure skating. When I first found them back in, I would say it was like the beginning of 2019, or maybe even before that. I really, really wanted to do it, and I was just so hard on myself, like, you're way too old to skate. Why would you want to do this again? Like, and I regret that because if I started a year ago, I would be a year advanced. But it is what it is. I started it now, and this is going to be a channel all about my progress, and you know, I want to give you guys updates and pretty much just be somebody who, you know, shows you that you can do it. It doesn't matter your age. You know, I have older people in my group lesson, and it makes me really realize that you are not too old for this sport. You know, obviously you need to kind of take care of yourself a little bit more than you would if you were a child, but it's fine. You can do this. So pretty much this channel is that, like I said, updates on how I'm doing, you know, anything, like any tips or tricks I learn, any exercises I may learn that help me on ice and off ice, just pretty much things like that. So if you guys are interested in that kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. You know, it really does make me realize, like, there are other people out there just like me. And, you know, give me some, you know, comments in the comments down below. Sorry, I have a little four-legged friend walking around. So comment down below. Let me know where you are in your figure skating journey. This isn't just for adults. This could be anybody. If you've been a figure skater your whole life, I'd love to hear about you and your story and how your progress is going. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!